Last week, I said we'd be stepping fully into the Clarity and Coherence LifeCycle. And this week, we're doing exactly that. Because if there's one question everyone is asking right now, it's this: what is the ROI of AI? But to answer that, you have to look beyond profit margins and performance charts. You have to look at what the system gives back to the human: time, clarity, energy. That's the invisible cost and the return that the Clarity and Coherence Lifecycle is designed to measure. It's the framework I've used across every part of my life and work, from event production to the kitchen to content creation to building this very business itself. Because at its core, this isn't about tools or technology, it's about leadership, the kind that starts with you: how you organize your thoughts, your time, your purpose, and then extends outward into how you lead teams, clients, and systems. And it all begins with one question: who is this for? Because whether you're leading a company, a kitchen, a community, or just leading yourself, you're already running a system. You have inputs, outputs, and rhythms that shape how your life flows. So when we talk about the ROI of AI, we're not really talking about machines. We're talking about you. That energy that is trapped in repetition and confusion instead of creativity and clarity. And that's where the life cycle begins, where the real ROI starts to appear. Earlier this year, I had to deliver a high stakes project in 5 days, something that would normally take 3 to 4 weeks. The only way it worked was because I wasn't doing it alone. I was working with a system, one that remembered everything I had already said, designed, and decided. It held the context so I could hold the vision. That memory became the hidden multiplier. If a normal timeline is 21 days and every day costs a team of five around $600 in billable hours, that's over $12,000. Compress that to 5 days, and you've just reclaimed 9,000 in time and focus. But that's just one person, one activation, one slice of one event. Now, multiply that across a full scale conference: 1,200 producers, coordinators, creatives, labor teams, all orbiting a single compass: the client's vision. And it's not just one agency. Large conferences pull dozens, each with its own procedures: AV, fabrication, branding, content, logistics. Hundreds of people moving in parallel and rarely in sync. Imagine a system that delivers coherent information across all of them. One thread of truth, one living memory that keeps everyone aligned. The savings aren't just financial, they're human. It's energy that used to leak through confusion, now routed into creation. That's what ROI looks like when coherence scales. Before that project, I'd already tested the same idea in the kitchen, because the kitchen is a microsystem in itself. Every recipe, a project plan; every ingredient, a resource. And context is everything. Imagine an assistant that already knows your preferences, your season, and what's in your fridge. You save 15 minutes deciding what to make, 10 minutes scrolling for ideas, 30 minutes in the grocery store or running detours because you forgot something. That's about an hour a day, 7 hours a week. That's a full workday returned. Use what you already have, and you save $20 a week in waste. That's nearly $1,000 a year. They're tiny numbers, but when you multiply those across thousands of households, that's an economy of coherence. That's the real 4-hour work week, not fantasy, but friction removed. That same logic built this very podcast. When I launched the Custom Systems AI podcast, I didn't have a team. It was just me, my mic, my system, and a deep level of curiosity about how AI is reshaping creative work. Week 1 to week 4, I watched the numbers climb, not because of marketing or a single dollar in ad spend, but because the content touched something true. The idea that content isn't knowledge until it's coherent. And I'm still figuring it out. I'm building as I go, and I'm sharing it because I see it working in real time. That's what the listening lab is for. Every week, I tune in to what people are saying about AI, work, creativity, fear, and hope. I listen, I reflect, and respond because that's how coherence is built, one conversation at a time. For founders and leaders, ROI means something even deeper. It's what happens when every person, every tool, and every decision starts pulling from the same compass. No more version wars, no more who's got the latest brief. The measurable ROI is hours saved, errors reduced, deadlines met. But the invisible ROI is culture, alignment, calm, clarity. Because a coherent team creates coherent outcomes, and coherent outcomes build trust. That's the compounding effect of clarity inside any organization, or family, or friendship, or self. What you're hearing right now is part of the Clarity and Coherence LifeCycle. Listen, reflect, integrate, share, and then listen again. That's the loop. That's how ideas mature and systems evolve. And hey, I'm not here because I have all the answers. I'm here because I'm listening and building in public. Because clarity isn't a finish line, it's a practice. So when people ask me, what's the ROI of AI? I tell them, it's the return to clarity. It's the cost you stop paying when your system remembers what you already know. It's time, money, and energy, but mostly it's peace. Because clarity compounds and coherence, that's the new currency.